What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, I want to show a perfect example by way of the Ask Ashley L. Dalton show, and it'll be on behalf of a single mom with 4 kids, not just by one guy in particular, but by 2 guys who has a pretty high list of demands for her 4 kids. As a matter of fact, let me go to YouTube, the regular part of YouTube. Let's see if I can find it or somehow share another window. Let's remember how to do that. Okay, I see how to do it now because it's been a minute. Now, let me show y'all this clip real quick, courtesy of the Ask Ashley, because her dating show is very similar to the Kendra G show. Must I remind you, folks, she's not as popular as a Kendra G, or as Kendra G used to be, might as well say, thanks to more and more people creating their very own dating shows, speed dating shows, you could call them, or online dating shows, however you would like to consider them or classify them as, because there are more and more people coming onto TikTok when these same kind of shows, these same kind of platforms, who have, for the most part, I'm so sorry because I stumble across my words quite a bit. For the most part, have outdone and outshined Kendra G for a lot of my long-term Kendra G followers. But listen to this crazy, and I do mean crazy, clip right here. And excuse me for the ad interruption. Maybe I need to invest in YouTube Premium pretty soon to prevent from dealing with ads.
So basically, in the video, I was basically saying, in order to date me, you have to pay for the babysitter, because for one, I'm not trying to date me. The man is trying to date me. Mm-hmm. So if you know that I have kids and I have 3 toddlers, a 5, 4, and one, the youngest just turned 2. I'm not going to pay for the babysitter. So a lot of people gave me backlash saying like, oh, your baby daddy need, why would my baby daddy pay for a babysitter for you to take me out to a date? It sounds like you have no money. I am the table. So no man can ask me what I bring to the table, because I am the table. Regardless if I have 3 kids, 10 kids, 20 kids, like, I'm still me outside of being a mom. So.
Hey, everybody. It's time to swing with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family.
Let me go to the actual page of Ashley L. Dalton. I believe it's called Upgrade Your Life. She used to go by Ashley, but now she goes by a completely different handle on YouTube. Bear with me, folks, because like I said, it's been a minute since I did a live stream like this. Still looking forward. You know what? To go to it even faster, I just click on this here picture, and maybe I can find it faster on her For You page. Well, based upon all her For You videos, that is. By the way, I hope everybody having a pretty good Friday on top of that, because so far mine has been going pretty excellent. And I hope everybody will have a happy Valentine's Day on top of that. I just type in single mom wants a baby sitter. Maybe that may help, I hope. You mean tell me it came when all these choices, all these other choices, maybe I should type, instead of upgrade my life, single mom wants a babysitter, maybe I should type Ashley L. Doll. Ashley L. Dalton. Okay, here it is, folks, from one day ago.
We're going to show you 13 mind-blowing use cases for creators using the new AI Workspace 2.0 from GenSpark.
So basically, in the video, I was basically saying, in order to date me, you have to pay for the babysitter, because for one, I'm not trying to date me. The man is trying to date me. So if you know that I have kids and I have 3 toddlers, a 5, 4, and one, the youngest just turned 2. I'm not going to pay for the babysitter. So a lot of people gave me backlash saying like, oh, your baby daddy why would my baby daddy pay for a babysitter for you to take me out to a date? It sounds like you have no money. I am the table. So no man can ask me what I bring to the table, because I am the table. Regardless if I have 3 kids, 10 kids, 20 kids, like I'm still me outside of being a mom. So.
Hi, Tiffany, welcome in. Hi, Beauty, welcome in.
Hey.
Hi, do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I consent to be on a live and all platforms.
All right, what brings you up?
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous, so please, if I talk fast or sound jittery, y'all please bear with me.
Okay.
So I do make content on a regular. I have over 10 streams of income, 8 businesses.
Okay, both.
Thank you. I also have 2 baby fathers. My first child I had at 16, didn't know any better. My second one, we was together for 7 years, and this part kind of shaped me up a little bit. We was together for 7 years. Everything perfect, like all the way up until year 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. Once year 4 comes in, abuse, alcoholism, abuse in front of the kids happen. And I made a video because I had so many people DMing me trying to take me out on dates and stuff. So I kind of am going viral right now because I made a video. I was mostly directing the video to men that keep trying to talk to me via social media. Like, well, I can't even take you serious. Like, you're DMing me trying to take me out. Like, I can't even take you serious for real. But so basically in the video, I was basically saying, in order to date me, you have to pay for the babysitter, because for one, I'm not trying to date me. The man is trying to date me. Mm-hmm. So if you know that I have kids and I have 3 toddlers, a 5, 4, and one, the youngest just turned 2. I'm not going to pay for the babysitter. So a lot of people gave me backlash saying like, oh, your baby daddy why would my baby daddy pay for a babysitter for you to take me out to a date? It sounds like you have no money.
Listen, I don't know why this don't make sense to a lot of you guys, but let me explain something for me. And I can only speak for me as an individual woman. I'm a mom of 3 toddlers. 1, 2, 3. I also have a 17-year-old that's in college. I don't got time to talk to y'all. I understand, like, traditionally, y'all think every woman just wants to get married or wants to get fucked on or whatever the case may be, but I want to get rich. I am not rich at this moment. I am progressing to be rich. If you want my attention or access to me, you have to lighten the load that I am responsible for. I'm responsible for 4 humans, not including myself. So if you're not ready for that type of commitment or responsibility, please just don't waste my time, because you're not gonna fuck on me. You can't fuck me. But 9 times out of 10,
I just can't help but to notice these big ass old school 80s cool most these style glasses. Why she having the nerve to have all these demands as a baby mama? Dang.
I don't want to fuck you because I am thinking about money. I'm thinking about getting money to invest into trading, invest in stocks, invest in properties, invest in businesses. Like, I'm the first one of my kind in my family. I'm the first one. So I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to come off rude or arrogant or nonchalant, whatever the case may be. I am a lover's girl. At this time, I'm fully responsible for 3 toddlers financially. I think y'all are a little bit slow or just plain out stupid or just trolling, because who asks?
And while she's having a nerve in that particular reel saying how she doesn't mean to come off as either rude, arrogant, or nonchalant, just looking at her, judging by her appearance and her body language, I guarantee you that she possesses all of those characteristics. And due to her skin tone, because how many of y'all fellas know of a light-skinned chick who doesn't come off as pretty arrogant or pretty rude? I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. It seems, I don't know if it's just with me, but those light-skinned chicks always seem to have some kind of superiority complex as opposed to darker skinned chicks. Is it just me or not?
Anybody to take care of another nigga kids. I don't need help. My kids are well taken care of, baby. My kids are well taken care of. They're happy. Okay? Nobody said their dad don't take care of them. I said I'm busy. I don't have time to go on a date with you little niggas that don't want to contribute. I'm too busy making money. I'm too busy running businesses. I'm too busy with my life that I don't care enough to think about spending time with a nigga. You see, why would I invite a nigga in my space when I'm paying for this shit? You're not paying for shit.
And she also comes across as a part of her saying niggas. And then not only that, a part of her, on behalf of her having tattoos, all these tattoos, especially the much more visible one across her chest, she comes across as pretty ratchet. Not only that, but she comes across as possessing masculine characteristics also. And maybe that's why she can't keep a man while she's a single mom with 4 kids by 2 different men, due to her possessing masculine energy as well. I'm just saying, I could be wrong though.
Right? So I make very good well money. I'm not finna invest in a babysitter to spend time with a man when their intentions is 9 times out of 10 to smash. Mommy's on the phone right now. It never fails every time mommy's on the phone. Here it comes.
I'm sure they want your attention now, yeah.
Okay, go lay down and watch TV for me, guys. I know, play nicely. Stop.
And how can you have the nerve to come onto an online dating show when kids making all kinds of annoying noise in the background? It's like she got a whole entire daycare in the background too. Gosh.
Fighting. Nope, bye-bye. Go close the room. Okay, 5 minutes, okay? Close the room door for me, Papa. Give me 5 minutes and I got y'all. Okay, so the video, oh my God, so many people, oh my God, you have 4 kids. You don't have any value. You're used up and this and this and that. I'm used up because I denied you access before you even tried. Sounds like there's a bunch of men that are mad because I already told them that they don't qualify before they could even apply.
Yeah, you.
Bye. Bye. Go to your room. Bye. Thank you. Please. And close the door. You told me you was going to give me 5 minutes. What happened? You bye. Close the room. No. You too. You get in the room too. You can't close. Nico, go close. Yes. So basically, my first baby daddy, I was 16.
What you're feeling is like the pressure from going viral. things up and get it off your chest. So you kind of need people to bounce ideas off of. Like, I get it. It's not easy going viral and hearing hundreds of opinions from, you know, strangers about your life.
I've been viral before. I went viral for accidentally having one of my kids at home. So I go viral pretty often.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think when I made the video, I didn't really bring it to the attention like, hey, this video is for guys in my DM, when everybody thought that is for any man. First of all, I'm not going to choose any man to lay down with or have kids with. So for those that are asking, like, why didn't either one of my baby daddies marry me? The first one, I was 16. We clearly are not going to be in alignment 16 years later. Like, I was young, dumb, and stupid at the time. I was in love with at 16. So of course I had a baby. The next person I had 3 kids with back to back. He knew what he was doing because like I said, the alcoholism, the domestic violence didn't happen until year going on 4. So I've already had 2 kids at that point. Right? He proposed to me 2 times, but me, I know that I'm not going to say yes because there's things that you haven't dealt with. You have a lot of demons that I was his first real relationship. So for a man to lose his virginity late in age and dealing with somebody who had a 16-year-old, dealing with somebody who was 16 and became a mom at 16, we was not aligned. But I was cool with that. Like, I was cool with that. That wasn't important.
But here's my thing, Tiffany. If these are your standards, right? And you're like, hey, it's important that before I go out on a date, that the man I'm dating pays for the babysitting, and that is my standard, why not just stand on it? Like, I don't even think it needs a defense.
Well, there was a young lady named Chantel Simone that made a video on YouTube, and I asked her to invite me on the platform so she could ask me whatever questions that she wanted to ask. And so I actually sent you the video, and I sent you a DM asking if we could actually talk about it on your live.
So this brought you up. Okay, I'm gonna go to your page too, Tiffany.
Yeah, on Instagram, Tiffany So Crystal. I got pictures and videos. My Reels tab is my resume. So like, if you want to see what I'm into, the Reels. But if you want to see like my cutesy little dressed up,
I'm on your TikTok though. Oh, Tiffany, I thought you was about to say. Okay, so you do a lot of content. Yeah, you do a lot of content.
Can y'all hear me? Is this okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I think they hung up. So the pictures on my page is like when I'm dressed up, going on dates or whatever the case may be. I'm
so you want people to know, like that video went viral, but what is it that you want people to know so they're clear about who you are and things? What do you want them to know?
Well, I am the table. So no man can ask me what I bring to the table because I am the table. Regardless if I have 3 kids, 10 kids, 20 kids, like I'm still me outside of being a mom. So a man who's a high value man, 9 times out of 10, their kids are grown anyway. Like, they don't care about how many kids you have. Now, I'm not speaking for every single body, but there's people out there that don't care because I've experienced those men. Like, they don't care. They would marry me if I gave them the availability to marry me. And also, I want to make a point. Not every woman, their end all be all is to be married. My end all be all is peace and happiness. So when I'm getting that, I'm cool. Like,
so
I don't
want marriage. Marriage is not important for you.
I'm not gonna be like, it's the end of the world if I get married. Basically. Like, if I don't get married, I'm still gonna be happy. If I do get married, I'm still gonna be happy. But I have potential people that have interest in marrying me.
Okay, so why not follow through with that? If there's men who want to marry you, why not take them up on their offer?
Well, this is 2026. I became single May of last year.
Okay.
I'm not ready to get married. No. I was in a 7-year relationship and we had kids. So I can date, yes. And I tell men my intentions. I'm not dating right now with the intention of marriage. I'm dating just to pass my time. Honestly, like, I don't have random sex with people, sex. If I choose to have sex with,
yeah, right. When all of them visible tattoos, and then when those nose rings, who gonna fall for that? It's clearly obvious. This here lady is a freak in the streets, first and foremost, and a freak in the bed on top of that. Some people, another you could say synonym for freak in the streets is a freak hoe. I guarantee you she one of them too.
With somebody, sex with somebody, that's two people having consensual agreement.
Right,
So
right.
there's nobody's business. But at the end of the day, I'm not the kind of woman that's gonna lay down with anybody. Just like the person that I had kids with, he's a provider. He took care of me the whole 7 years. But also me not being bruised up, right? This mark on my neck is permanent. So can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's a permanent mark. That's a war wound. Like my friend, after the situation happened, she thought that the person used a rope, and that was with the person's bare hands. And at the time, I was laying in the bed and he jumped on me. We were just having a conversation. Maybe I hit a nerve and the alcohol along with it, he just jumped on me and I had to use my feet to strengthen my legs. Good thing I've been working out and been in the gym. And that's why I look crazy too. I just got done working out. So it's a little workout outfit. But yeah, so that was a toxic environment. Like I'm not going to settle and spend the rest of my life with somebody just because we got 3 kids together.
That's fair. And it sounds like it was toxic. Like that's a toxic relationship. And it just sounds like you honestly need time. That's what it feels like. You've been through a lot. A lot has gone on. Like things need to just simmer, cool down. You need to just focus on you and your children. That's what I'm feeling right now.
And that's what I'm doing. And a lot of people, like I said, I have a lot of that. So a lot of people know like my history and stuff like that. So it's more so the people that don't know me like that don't follow, that ain't been keeping up, that got an opinion on something. And I really have a question. I just was like, I had sent you a message and I've been on your live before. Like me and him, we had a great relationship at one point. Like we opened businesses together. Like
Wait,
we
you came up here before?
Yes, I had long hair.
You did? Oh my, well, you were in your kitchen. You said y'all just had a baby. Are you from Atlanta?
Yes, and we was looking.
And y'all had an open relationship.
I like men and women.
Oh my God. It just dawned on me.
You're here for the dating show, and you said you're looking to add a girl to your relationship.
I like men and women. I've been with my husband for 4 years.
4 years is still so soon. Should still be in the honeymoon phase.
I've already been interested in women before the relationship. And
I just knew it was something about this chick. Like I said before, due to her tattoos, she displays masculine energy. Her upper body tattoos. That is, to me, that is one of the most disgusting looks on a woman. I could see you being a woman and having a tattoo, a pretty small tattoo of a rose, as an example, on your lower leg or your foot. But the women nowadays have taken tattooing way too far, which makes them even more undesirable in the dating market. And due to most women like that displaying some form of masculine energy, I don't care what anybody says, that is not a good look on a woman at all. For some of you women who may have a problem with it, well, how often when you go on to dating apps to look for a man, that ideal man to match with, and showing off all your all your tattoos, of you women with excessive tattoos, how often do you get guys to match with you? Most of the time, you hardly don't. I guarantee you don't. Or if you do, chances are that dude had to be a dude with a lot of tattoos himself and is into tattoos like that. And not only that, but you come off as not being white material on top of that. Anytime you have tattoos such as this here lady who came up to the Ashley L. Dalton lady, a lady who's been clearly ran through, so to speak, has been used and abused, literally. but yet and still it's demanding to meet her ideal man, and he has to come out of his pocket to pay for a babysitter for any man who's foolish and gullible enough to settle for someone like this here chick.
I brought up a poly relationship to my husband. But at first, he didn't really understand what it was. We're both 32, Atlanta, Georgia, Metro Atlanta. He a Leo and I'm a Virgo.
And what do you guys do for a living?
We have multiple businesses. I do life insurance, business credit, taxes. And then he has a car dealership and is in real estate.
How many kids do you guys have?
We have 4 total,
And how old is your youngest child?
3 months.
That baby is brand new to the world. And y'all already ready to be hot?
I mean, it's no rush, but it's kind of hard to find like another high value woman.
What's your definition of a high value woman?
Somebody who have morals and respect about themselves, loyalty and being clean, not sleeping around with everybody. Is
How old does she have to be?
25 and up.
Give me 3 deal breakers.
Promiscuous, liar, dirty.
But would she have to pay bills?
I don't pay no bills, so I would expect her to be treated how I get treated. If you look at my page, you can see that I'm well kept. My money is my money and his money is my money.
Can you put your husband on the camera? The ladies want to see him.
To do that.
Oh, okay. Girl. And you showed us the picture. Yeah, I remember. Oh my gosh.
So
It's been 2 years.
no, it's been longer than that because at that
Yeah,
time
since you came up here. It's been
Oh, yeah.
over 2 years.
it's been
Yeah.
over 2 years because my son that I just had at that time he's about to be 4 in April.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was a long time ago. I remember. Okay. But things were perfect when you came up here. Y'all were in
That's
like
what
a
I
good
said.
place.
After maybe about a year later, I had ended up pregnant with our last kid together.
Oh.
And I don't know, he had a lot of people that passed away in his family. So and when I say they was close people, like 2 young cousins passed away in Miami in a car accident. And I know it affected him. And then it was his granddad. And then it was his dad's great auntie, which, these people, they Haitian. So they like have a lot of family history together, like they do a lot of family stuff together. So I don't know at what point what caused him to be like that, but that actually caused us to not be together anymore. The drinking, the abuse, and
Yeah, sounds like he's going through his own stuff. Yeah, but you can't have that around you and your children. No.
no, we can't love him. We love him from a distance. He still does his part as a father financially. He picks up the kids, bring them back. So the police has been involved, and there's very structured way that we have to move and do things. So there's no reason, for nobody got everything under control. But it was just more so, I think people took the video out of context. And then also maybe I also directed the video in the wrong kind of context too, maybe because of the kind of environment and me being annoyed by people sending all these messages to me trying to holler at me, and I'm just like, and then they cuss me out when I leave them on red, or I don't know if y'all know, like Virgos, we were organized people, so like I don't like when my inbox says, oh, you have 10 unread messages. I'm just somebody that'll just click on it just so it's open, if that makes sense.
Excuse me. So she's getting hit up so much, she had to create a PSA to get the man off. I know that's right, Tiffany. Okay. I guess that's a good problem to have. I will say that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have nothing. I mean, if that was all you had on there, then that's cool too.
All right, Tiffany, it was nice to see you again, and I'm wishing you all the best. And hopefully, under better circumstances, I'll see you next time. Yeah, with
you will.
a more positive update.
Next time I'm come up here done up so I can be shut the people up that's talking trash in the comments.
I
Cause
don't think anyone said anything about your looks. I don't think.
oh no, not about my looks, because people keep telling me to shut up and not talk too much. But if I'm explaining a story, like that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure like people understand what I'm talking about. So I'm pretty sure if you had a problem with it, you would have asked me to come down or just took me
Oh
down.
yeah, I will say something for sure.
All right, Miss Ashley, have a great weekend. Thank you for bringing me up.
Bye bye.
Once again, another example, just a perfect example of how women who are usually single mothers, but yet and still have all these high demands not only that, but women who have usually been with multiple men who clearly value women. Otherwise, they wouldn't have all these kids by all these different men, but yet it still made the man a man to, if not be a babysitter, to volunteer to be a babysitter for her kids and come out of his pocket, which sounds so foolish and crazy. But these, in the same breath, these women are always demanding a man after they've been used and abused and ran through, so to speak, by the bad boys, so to speak. That's when they want to all of a sudden demand this high value man, this man that's you could say a good man, a man who's of good quality, a man who will make an excellent father, an excellent husband, instead of picking those types of guys from the very jump to have kids by. Swear these women are something else. Let me try to look for some more videos pertaining to this here topic. Bear with me. You know what? I'll probably look for some Kendra G footage while I'm at it. Let's see. Listen to this right here.
The deals are on at Best Buy.
Char?
Oh shit.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait, have you called me before? Download the Kendra G Singles dating app now, where you can find real love and your person. Available on iPhones and Android phones.
No.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm fine. How you?
Good. Give me better light, baby. Have like the light in your face.
Oh, let me turn my light on.
Turn on the lights. And
That might
run
be
a
better.
candle. All right. Okay, it is late. Where you calling me from, baby?
Houston.
So is it 11:46 in Houston?
Yep.
And what's your
I
name?
was
Is
just.
Char?
It's Shar. Yeah.
How old are you, Char?
42.
Okay, you look younger than 42.
Thank you.
What you do for a living, honey?
Cybersecurity.
Okay, you have any kids?
One.
Child. And you live in, what's your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius.
How old is your child?
14.
You ever been married?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Why you roll your eyes?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Char, Houston, 42, Sagittarius, cybersecurity, one child, that's 14. In Houston, what kind of man you looking for, girl?
No liars, a great communicator, someone that's honest, someone that knows, like, when they communicate, don't overtalk. That's not a good listener. I wrote some stuff down. Okay, emotional intelligence. So when I say emotional intelligence, like, you can feel like, know how to show emotion and know sense and comfort when I need it.
Okay.
a provider mentally, physically, and financially.
Okay. So he pays your bills? Like, what do you mean by provider?
Yeah, all that.
Woo.
Yeah.
So is he pay your bills and his bills, or this is when y'all get together, pay bills?
When we're married. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want to pay no bills?
No, I don't.
Okay. What is your money? Are you gonna still be working?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with your money that you get from your job?
It's my money. I'm gonna do whatever I do with it.
He just pays so what's the dynamic you see?
Like all of the house bills, if we're taking trips and stuff, then he can pay for that too. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna pay anything, but I mean, I'll pay where I need to pay. But as far as finance, you need to be there.
That's how it was with your child's father?
Mm-mm.
So he got to do better than your child's father for your child than the child's father did for the child?
I didn't say my child father doesn't do anything for my child. I didn't say that.
Well, you're saying so when you live with your child's father, did y'all go 50-50 on the bills, or did he pay all the bills?
It was like a 50-50, but I'm not doing 50-50 now.
Right. And so I'm just saying, you have a child that will live with, did your child live with you? Maybe I'm wrong in there.
Yeah, he lives with me.
Okay, so you want him to come in and pay the bills for your child then too, right? Because your child lives with you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we're going to be married, if we're looking to be married, you are going to be some type of father figure to my child, then why not?
But you're saying with your child's father, you went more in on the bills, and then this guy expectation who's not his child, obvious. You really don't get it? I see you spinning your head.
Because I'm trying to see where you're trying to go with this. Just because you dealt with something in your past does not mean that's what you have to deal with now. I was younger then when I did that, and that is not something that I want to do again.
I understand. So what I'm saying is, okay, so I'm sitting here as a woman that's talked to thousands of men in the last 6 years. So what I hear often from men is usually there's times where the expectation is higher for the new man than it was for the child's father. So you said you're not going 50-50 if you get with a guy. So the expectation is he should be willing to pay the mortgage or the rent 100%. And you and your child obviously will live in this home. And that's what it is.
Yeah. What's the problem?
I mean, it's not his child, so he might look at it like, why should I take care of that child?
Then if you don't want to talk to someone with a child, then don't talk to me.
Or he might feel like, why don't you contribute too, since you already been contributing?
I didn't say I said I wouldn't. I said I will contribute where I need to.
If you had to choose between flipping a house or flipping dirt, what would you pick? Here's the truth. Land beats houses every time. And I'm going to
Where's that?
I've dated guys. Matter of fact, every guy that I've dated, most of them had no children. And they had no issue with my son.
Y'all got married?
No.
We're talking about the next step. I'm not talking about
exactly.
dating.
So therefore, if I date another guy and we get married, he's not going to have an issue with providing for my child.
So what happened with those guys?
It just didn't work out.
Why not? I mean, you brought them up for examples, so I'm just
but I said it just didn't work out. It just didn't. I mean, for whatever reason.
So what I'm particularly talking about, I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking about cohabitating and the expectation of him being the provider and paying the 100% household bills. Because this is what you said. So if I'm wrong in hearing what you said, then I stand corrected. But that's what you said, and that's why I was going to the conversation. Dating is completely different than y'all live together, and now yes, you're paying all the bills for me. It sounds entitled. Maybe you didn't mean to sound entitled, but that's how it comes across.
No, that's not how I'm trying to make it sound, but this is what I want. I don't know. I don't want.
And I agree 100% on what Kendra G said, how this here lady who happens to be clearly overweight and she happens to have baggage, so to speak, by having a son already by somebody else, yet and still is expecting for a man, even if the man may not have a kid or kids of his very own, to still take her in, both her and her son in. And this is a perfect example of the sense of entitlement so many women that are single mothers have. If you may be, especially if you may be a man dating one without kids of your very own, they always expect for you, they have this sense of entitlement where you just have to take them in, both them in and their kids. First and foremost, their kids, otherwise they can't be with you. Even if that single mother may be one of the most piece of crap mothers out there, one of the most unfit mothers out there, she still usually always had that mentality. Whereas if you can't accept her kids first and foremost, then she can't accept you, or she doesn't want anything to do with you. The sense of delusion is running so wild amongst so many modern day women to the point where it's ridiculous.
Because then I asked you, what would you do with your money? You said, it's my money. I do what I want to do with my money.
I mean, I own my own home. I pay all the bills where I'm at now. I don't have an
Right, but
issue
you're
with
saying if
that.
a man
But
comes along, you wouldn't do any of those things anymore. So
are
that's
you
why I was
gonna
saying,
are you gonna go 50-50 with someone?
I'm not being interviewed. You're on my show, honey. You don't get to
I
ask
get
me the
that, but
questions.
I
You
get
don't get
that,
to ask me the
but
questions.
okay, that's
Unfortunately,
fine.
that's not how
That's
it works.
fine though. I
That's
get
not how
that.
it works. That's not how it works.
I said I get that. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is I don't have to go 50-50 if I don't want to. And if he doesn't want to do that, that's fine.
Also, the different dynamic is I'm not coming in with a child too and asking a man to take care of the child. So that's if you wanted to add me in it, because you added me in it. So we're different in that way too.
But the guy
and that's the key difference that I'm really kind of honing on in. And that's why I said the expectation is for him to take care of financially of the child's more than what the expectation was for the child's father. So that's how we got here.
Okay, so I never said his dad doesn't do anything for him. My son is well taken care of, whether it's by
That
me
wasn't
or
what I
his
asked
dad.
you. I asked you when
Okay,
you were
I know what you asked me, but what I'm saying is if he's coming in and he's going to be my husband, he's going to provide for my son. I don't understand what the problem is.
And that's the problem.
Okay, well, moving on.
We can, yeah, let's keep going. So what?
You know what? The problem is you, period, point blank. For one, you like to overtalk people. It's clearly obvious on behalf of how you've been overtalking Kendra G. On top of that, you have a sense of entitlement, a high sense of entitlement. And one reason why is due to how, even like I said earlier, even if the man may not have kids of his very own, you still feel entitled for any man, whether he has kids of his very own, even if he may have kids by somebody else, to still be foolish enough to take in your kids first and foremost, and you. And not only that, but you also have this sense of entitlement, whereas he, even if he's a very successful man who makes around $250,000 or more, he should be willing to still take in or get with a mother when kids by somebody else, regardless of how he feels, even if he may not feel well, even if he may not, to put it another way, prefer dating women with kids his very own. And he may happen to be a very successful man without his very own family. Not only that, but you come off as very rude on top of that.
What are your deal breakers?
A liar, a dirty person, a mean man, a guy that doesn't have any drive to like a content person, but that doesn't have any drive to do more. That's
Also, I'm noticing on the right side of her body, although in the clip it may appear like it's on the left side, but it's more so on the right side. Anyways, she has an upper body tattoo. Some of you may call them tramp stamps, which is, I would say, to a whole lot of men, I'll just put it this way, some men may look at that as a red flag, so to speak, and a deal breaker due to how anytime you, like I said on behalf of the very first video, anytime you come across as a woman with tattoos, just like the one she has on the upper part of her body, you display masculine energy. I mean, it's no way around it. Nothing feminine about a woman when very visible, and especially very visible and upper tattoos on that upper part of the body. Now, on the other hand, some guys would look at that as a target that she may be easy to get in the bed when become intimate with, and that she may have no sexual limitations while being intimate with her. Because it's also a well-known fact, anytime women may have these kind of tattoos, how they have a no holds barred mentality when it comes to being involved in sexual activity with them. They're willing to do any kind of kinky sex acts in some cases as well. Even may like to be involved in having sex with multiple people at the same time, men and women in some cases.
That's about it for now.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Don't be ugly.
Don't be ugly. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
250,000.
250K. Your child's father made that?
What does this have to do with anything?
It's just a question.
I don't know what my child's father makes. I don't ask him that.
Do you make
Translation, her child's father was a bum who most likely wanted her to provide for him. And I guarantee you she was stupid enough to provide for him, because it's a well-known fact. So many women always, especially black women, choose the worst bottom of the barrel, so to speak, men to start families with. And in some cases, not only start families with, but the married went where the married as well.
250K?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
You be grilling, Kendra. Jesus.
I know. I'm really good at my job, actually.
Well,
I've been doing it for many years. Asking people questions.
I don't know.
We gotta see your legs.
I know.
Now, I must be honest with you. That's a bad angle. I'm gonna help you out. Don't do that angle. Have the camera set up, because that's not doing you
I'm
well.
trying to figure out where I could put it at. Well, if I sit right here. I'm at my night clothes because I'm about to go to bed.
Okay, we see you, girl. All right. And the maroon.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Now, would you date a man that made less than 250K?
It can't be significantly less.
So $100,000, that's way too less.
Yeah.
So the men that you were dating before, when you were telling me about they didn't have a problem with your child, they all made 250K?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
December 2023.
Oh, 3 years ago. Okay. No, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
October.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I'm kind of a procrastinator a little bit. Discipline. Discipline, and sometimes I'm passive aggressive a little bit.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm competent. I'm self-aware, and I don't know. I'm
No.
self-aware, so
You got to give me 3 flaws because the way it works now.
I gave you 3 flaws.
Oh, what was it? I'm sorry, I missed it. Tell me again. I apologize.
I said I'm passive, a procrastinator, and discipline.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm competent. I'm self-aware, and I'm not a big talker, but when I do say stuff, I feel like I just say what needs to be said. So I think we'll just have a great time together.
Okay. Because the guy have kids?
I'd rather none, but if they do, okay. If they do, they can have no more than 2 and over the age of 13.
Okay, so he can have children. You don't mind.
Another example, ladies and gentlemen, of how single mothers have some of the most highest demands and standards in the dating market.
I really would say 0, but yeah.
You have a 14-year-old.
I know.
So you want a man that makes $250K, that has no kids, and wants to be the sole provider. That's what you're telling me? You got an email address?
Kendra, go on somewhere with that shit.
You got what? How I get it to you?
I don't need, girl. Go on somewhere with it.
How I get it to you?
Next, because you're doing the most right now.
FedEx, mail it.
Are you done?
Text it. Let's go, Shar Elliott, cybersecurity. I'm outgoing, always optimistic and ambitious. CHARELLIOTT. These some cute pictures. CHRELLIOTT. I'm just curious. Why would you want a guy with no kids if you have a 14-year-old?
I don't know. I've dealt with guys with kids, and they usually have baby mama drama, and I don't want to deal with that.
So you can understand. So you can understand how the difference of dealing with a person with a kid and what would come along with it. But you seemed it seemed like when I was trying to give a guy's perspective of dealing with a woman with a kid, you seem like you really couldn't understand that.
I've dealt with guys that has no children and has dealt with me. I don't understand what you're saying doesn't apply to me, because I've dated guys that has no children and they did not have a problem with me having a child. I have 1 child, 1, not 5, not 6. I have 1.
Listen later to how foolish and contradictory you sound. You were saying how you would have to be when a guy with a certain amount of kids, he had kids from a previous relationship or relationships, but yet and still you want to have the sense of entitlement where a guy has to be willing to take on both your kid first and foremost, and you, saying how to make it sound even more foolish how you don't want to deal with any baby mama drama. Well, what makes you not think that if a guy was to fall for you, was to settle with both you and your son, that he wouldn't have to deal with baby daddy drama? I mean, make it make sense.
So
I want to say this. It's not that I think that having, and you're right, you don't come with a whole bunch of children. That's fair. How we really kind of got here was when you just said that, you just, and I said it earlier, it came across as entitled, and we can let it go. But it just seemed like you just say, come in, take care of me and my kid, make $250K. I'm not contributing anything. That's how we started. I literally asked you.
You took it very much the wrong way. You really
How was
did.
I supposed to take it? I was reciting what you said.
You asked me how much did he make? What does the guy? I didn't say. I never said I'm not contributing anything. You asked what I'm gonna do with my money. My money is my money. If I need to contribute somewhere, if somewhere he's lacking, then okay, I'll pay it or whatever. But coming in and we have to go 50-50 and all of this, I'm just not doing that. I've been there, I've done that. That is not my calling. I'm not doing that. If he can't understand that, then I'm not doing it. If you don't make the amount of money where you can afford me, I mean, I do very well for myself. Okay. So I'm not dating someone that doesn't, and I've dated men that made less than me, and it's very much they're comparing themselves to me all the time. I'm not doing that. You make 100K, oh, you make 250, oh, big money, dot. I'm not doing that. That is aggravating. And you go somewhere, oh, you gonna pay this time? What? No, I'm not doing that.
I understand that. So I'm not lost on the logic of what you just said. And I hear that a lot from women, especially women, because you said you make 250K yourself, right? So I hear that a lot from women who do extremely well. And there's truth to that. That sometimes, I've said this before, it happens, but sometimes you can price yourself out. But I understand that, like, if you make a certain amount of money. I guess my question is this. What do you think is important to a man that makes 250K a year?
A woman that can be by his side and provide him the things that he needs. I mean, if it's femininity, I don't know. I don't see why it would be financial if he's making it. I don't see that. Why would it be that?
Okay, that's fine. I'm just asking, like, have you ever thought about the type of guy you described? What would be important to him?
My name is Julie, and I live in Sheepshead Bay. Last year in 6th grade,
yeah, but what do you think is important? Like,
I'm not asking. This is your answer. I'm asking you, have you ever thought about what a man because that's a very high salary, so that man does very well. So have you ever just thought about?
But I've dated these people, so I understand that.
So it should be an easy answer. I'm just having a dialogue right now, and I'm just simply asking you, what do you think is important to a man that makes that type of salary? That's all I'm asking.
Communication, that you're there for them when they need you. Just to be there for them, just someone to be there. I mean,
be there and to be there, just there.
For whatever they may need. I don't know what they may need, whatever. I don't understand what your question is. I don't get what you're trying to get at. I'm looking at what you're trying to get at. What are you trying to get at?
Okay, I'll explain. A lot of women ask for the top tier men and never sit and think about what's important to that man. And you kind of just prove that, because you never once thought about, you're asking for literally the top percent guy that makes that type of salary, but you never even thought about what's important to him. And do I match the things that are important to him? That's all I was just asking.
Okay.
Because you have a request, and I understand your request, but you're asking.
Well, once he talks to me and get to know me, then he'll see if I bring whatever he's looking for.
But what if he's not going to talk to you to get to know you, because you might be doing that?
Moving on to the next. I'm not begging no one to talk to me. I mean, it is or not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. We got Shar Elliott. I never asked you this question, so I don't even know what you're gonna say, girl. Do you want to be on social media too?
Yeah.
Okay. Shar Elliott, Char Elliott, Char Elliott. I'm outgoing, always optimistic and ambitious. I will say this. I wasn't trying. If I came across, I will say this. If I came
That's
across,
like saying I was on your show. I was never on your show.
okay, well, I want to say
on your
this. Hold on,
show.
real quick. I do want to say this, and I want to say it in front of everybody. If
My bad for the technical difficulties.
I came across as I was antagonizing you, I apologize.
You did.
What I was ultimately trying to do is to enlighten and help you maybe see some things I don't think you can see. But maybe after you watch the interview back, you'll see some things different.
Okay.
Okay. I wish you the best, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was a second example, ladies and gentlemen, of how single mothers, in spite of all their baggage, so to speak, in spite of how they may have been used and abused, they always, it never fails. They always like to come onto either these dating apps or these dating shows, online dating shows, when these delusional and crazy high demands in a man. And it's always, in most cases, for a man who could be a provider, a man who has to make at least, in some cases, 200,000 or more than that. When the average man in America, where the average black man makes no more than around, I would say, 70,000 per year. And that's at the high end. I mean, they just have so many crazy standards. And it's always, it never fails. It's always after they've been, like I said earlier, used and abused. And most of the time, it's always by the most toxic men, the men who don't have any intentions on marrying them, nor being fathers to their kids, more stable fathers to their kids. Instead, they always want a total perfect stranger, a guy who doesn't share any kind of DNA with their biological kids, to come in and be the cleanup man, so to speak, be the stepdaddy, and take on the toxic dad's role, well, the toxic guy who they chose to have kids with role. It never fails. Let me look for another one, and this one will be on behalf of that Ashley, aka Ashley L. Dalton show. You know, go to my watch later history. Hold on. Because I saved it on my phone. I just type it in. Then I should be out of here after this last one. Here it is.
When I think about how I divide my time, it's very carefully. I'm Alex Diaz. I'm a professional marketer in Seattle. Thinking about.
Let me rewind it from the very beginning.
Just following, like, because I'm a Pisces, and so.
Where are you located, and what do you do for a living?
I am 29. I'm from Iowa, and I work from home in operations. Yeah.
Do you have children?
Yes,
I
I'm
do.
assuming you have.
I have two.
How old are they?
I have a
And what-
6.5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old.
And may I ask, why aren't you with the 2.5-year-old's dad?
He was a fling. And didn't want anything. I didn't want anything serious with him either. But he also didn't want anything serious, and so we parted ways.
Date someone with children.
Yeah. And baby mama drama, because I don't have any baby daddy drama, so no baby mama drama or anything like that.
What type of guy are you looking for? Don't describe how he looks, just his character.
I want somebody kind, somebody generous, and is smart, and is a decision maker.
You mention this because just like the girls are saying, they want a provider, and I'm always like, what does that mean to you? What does generous mean to you, Marquita? What does that look like for you?
Somebody who thinks about me and just in like their everyday interactions. We don't have to text and talk all day. I'm too old for that. Like we don't have to text and talk all day, but like if you see something that makes you think of me, pick it up. And the next time we see each other, or you're scrolling on Amazon or what have you, if you see something that I like, send it. Just thinks of me like in their everyday like interactions kind of thing. Somebody generous and like somebody who obviously kind to like wait staff, and just somebody that is giving, not overly so in a people-pleasing type of way, but who thinks of others essentially.
And does this man have to make a certain amount of money per year?
Yes, where I am in Iowa, it doesn't have to be six figures, but minimum like 80, 90,000 if you're going to support a family and live here.
Do you believe in 50-50 or you want someone who provides 100%?
No, I will never date a 50-50 man again. If I can support myself 100%, it doesn't make any sense to go 50-50 with someone.
Let me ask you this, Marquita, and because you said that so like certain, you were sure, what does that look like for you, a provider? Since you've been through that experience, what does providing now look like for you? Like what does that mean? Rent? Does that mean mortgage? Does that mean the car note? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, that means all the things. Like if I'm gonna potentially have more children, because I am open to have more children, if I'm gonna potentially give my life up to be with you, yeah, you have to pay for everything. I said earlier, I'll maybe pay an internet bill, maybe, just for fun. Everything, car note, everything. If I can do all of that by myself, if I'm going to be with you, then you need to be able to also do the same.
Would he also have to, I guess, pick up the responsibility?
Feel free to finish enjoying the rest of this video. I'll be right back.
Of your children, your two children as well.
I mean, yes, because when you're in the long-term relationship and marriage is what I'm looking for, like our kids, if they have kids too, like I think of them as my children as well. So it wouldn't make any sense for me to, think of somebody's kids as my own, but then not them, think the same. So yeah.
And when I ask these questions, this is for you, Marquita, and anyone else watching. I always like to say throughout the live, there's no right or wrong answer, right? So whatever you want, that's what you want. What 3 deal breakers for you?
3 deal breakers. Somebody that's not close with their family, or at least has a legitimate reason as to why they're not close with their family. So if he's an older man and they have older siblings and everything, not being close is kind of understandable. But if it's somebody like around any sense to be with somebody who's not close with their family and not have a legitimate reason why, or especially if somebody is a father, like not taking care of their kids, that's an absolute no. If you can't take care of your kids, you can't take care of me either. So we have nothing to talk about. And then also somebody who can't keep stable employment, or anybody who's like got side hustles and like not like a real job, like all their job is, we have to have security. So somebody who's got stable employment. You can be an entrepreneur, but not an Uber Eats, Lyft, none of that.
Okay. And what do you feel like? Oh, all right. What do you feel like is one thing that you learned about yourself from your last relationship that you feel like you need to work on?
I wouldn't even say from my last relationship, definitely from being in therapy for the last 4 years. I think I'm too forgiving. I'm being a former people pleaser, and so I'm definitely healing that. And so not doing that definitely is something, like just being strong in what I want and like not bending because someone might be upset about something is one thing. Something else that I've been working, being more like intentional and just following, like, because I'm a Pisces, and so I have all of these dreams and aspirations, and so being more open to like following those like creative paths is something that I need to work on. And then I don't know, I think those are the two big things. I think another thing that I'm working on is I make a good income for myself, but I would like to have a nanny. So for as long as I'm at least single, I would like to be able to supply a nanny so I can get out of the house more often and travel more and like not have to worry about my kids being taken care of. So.
My last question would be, would you be willing to relocate for love?
Yes. Caveat is my kid's dad is also here. So that is difficult, but I'd be willing to work through that because you know my kids, they have like a strong like foundation here and family and everything. So it has to be somebody exceptional, and they have to be making more than $80,000 or $90,000 a year for me to consider moving. But yeah.
All right, Marquita, where can they find you? Can you
the main TikTok account that I use is at MAMAMIAITSKIA.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah. Somebody said ask one more thing. Oh God, Jessica, what do you want to know?
Yes, let's wait. Let's see what Jessica wants to see. Drop the question. Since you read it, I'll let her ask it. Mm-hmm. What was the question?
I haven't been reading the comments because people get real crazy.
Yeah.
So
They get spicy. You don't see the question. Okay, I guess. All right. Well,
thank you for having me up. This is
ask
awesome.
it, and then you can answer it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Once again, this here is a perfect example. Hold on. Let me go back to. Okay, this is a perfect example, ladies and gentlemen. These three previous videos that I showed, two on behalf of the Ashley L. Dalton, aka Ashley show, dating show, and then one on behalf of the Kendra G dating show, of how single moms always require these high list of demands for their ideal man, when no matter how they may have messed up in life prior to meeting that ideal man, if some of them may be lucky to find their ideal man to be a stepdaddy to their kids. Anyways, and like I always, make sure to like this live stream, since none of you gave me a thumbs up, and I'm not holding it against you. Maybe you had other stuff to do. Anyways, make sure after I'm done recording this here live stream that you will like it. You will also, and I really do appreciate it, feel free to watch it in its entirety. Make sure you share it, you comment on it, since none of you commented during the whole stream. And last but not least, subscribe to my channel, Broader Perspective. And till next time, I'm out.